شكرا السيد الرئيس.
Thank you, Mr. President. At the outset, I would like to thank the Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Miroslav Jenša, for his thorough briefing. Mr. President, my country, Algeria, has repeatedly expressed its concern over the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. The consequences of this war are ongoing, leading to a deterioration of the humanitarian situation. Many innocent civilians have fallen. Others continue to suffer, including children, women, and older persons. With the continuation of confrontations, civilian infrastructure is also being destroyed, which is having a serious impact on the daily lives of civilians. What's more, information received yesterday noted the destruction of several diplomatic buildings in Kiev following explosions. Algeria reaffirms that the logic of confrontation will only lead to more violence and hostility. That undermines dialogue and negotiations and undermines diplomatic efforts aimed at achieving a peaceful solution, including in the context of direct negotiations, which gave us the hope of seeing a just and lasting solution to the war. What's more, the continuation of the conflict has been reflected in many other regions of the world, including in developing countries that have not been spared. We have indeed seen upheaval in markets, particularly when it comes to the cost of foodstuffs and energy. Mr. President, we condemn violations of international law and would like to affirm the following. Firstly, we call upon the two parties, Russian and Ukrainian, to show restraint and to avoid further violence in order to spare civilians and to guarantee their safety and security. It is necessary to respect international law, including international humanitarian law, which calls for the protection of defenseless civilians and civilian infrastructure and diplomatic premises. Secondly, we call for upholding the logic of dialogue, negotiation, and consultation instead of that of escalation and confrontation. We must focus all diplomatic efforts on cooperation in order to achieve a just, comprehensive solution that can put an end to the war once and for all. In this context, Algeria commends the diplomatic efforts that recently led to summit meetings. And we are keen to see the Russian and Ukrainian leaders meet under the auspices of the United States, so as to achieve direct negotiations between the two parties. Third, we call for concerted collective efforts to create an environment that is conducive to dialogue, and so as to conduct negotiations to achieve a consensus between the two parties, removed from any polarization or any narrow geopolitical calculation. By way of conclusion, we are firmly committed to all international efforts aimed at achieving a peaceful, just, and lasting political solution on the basis of the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter, taking into account the legitimate security concerns of both parties. Thank you.
Agradezco.
I thank the representative